Hello and welcome. Whoa, okay. Welcome to more Vintage Cube. We opened 3 Moxes. Moxin? One of those. So for those wondering, there was a draft I did before where I got past a Mox. A couple of people were like, how do you get past a Mox? Well, a pack like this is exactly how you get past a Mox. I'm going to take Mox Pearl. I've expressed this before why I think it's better than Mox Emerald, but I'm going to say it again. In the green deck, you have access to things like Avacyn's Pilgrim and like 1-mana Mana Elves, which are somewhat similar to playing a Mox, because in the green deck you're trying to ramp to like 4, 6, and 8 mana plays. So if you play a Pilgrim on turn 1, it's very similar to like playing a Mox on turn 3. Obviously the Mox is better. Like if you could choose, you would just put a bunch of Mox in your deck, but in the white deck doesn't have access to any of that. It just relies solely on this type of like ramp effect. And so this is a more rare like niche effect. Also, this pack is busted, but we're going to take Mox Pearl, hope to wheel Mox Diamond or something of that effect. Ooh, okay. Well, we have a couple different directions we can go. If we want to go mono white, we can take Mother of Runes. I think that is probably not correct here. White isn't the best deck. It's just good because it's usually open. I really value drafting the open lane. So if you really just want to like draft easy, try and force white, it'll probably be open. But if you want to draft the best deck, Glenelendra Archmage I think is the strongest play here, and Jar might come around. I see this card wheel more often than it probably should. Like, the card is definitely busted, and if we wanted to maximize fun, we could maybe try and take Jar and wheel Heartbeat of Spring, but Glenelendra is really busted and kind of fun. So I'm going to take Glenelendra and then hope to wheel this Memory Jar. Although the pack is pretty weak, right? There's quite a few lands and stuff. But never mind. I changed my whole decision. I want to have fun. Ooh, okay. So the reasoning behind that change of decision is I realized I have a Mox, and Mox go really well in the Artifact deck. I haven't played the Artifact deck yet, except like my very first draft, and it hasn't been open. So I would love to be able to like tinker into Memory Jar. That would be so sweet. Ooh. Speaking of the Artifact deck, we got a couple Signets. Simic Signet is okay, Golgari Signet is not great. Factor Fiction is very, very good. And then Coercive Portal and Mindslave are also quite strong. I'm leaning towards Factor Fiction. I think this card is just going to be good no matter what deck we get. And because there's so many, like, there's only 1 blue card in this pack, so there's no chance this comes around, but there are 4 artifacts here, so the odds of 1 artifact coming around are pretty high. So I'm going to take the high impact card that's less likely to wheel, and then try and wheel the other ones. Leovold Memory Jar is not as much of a combo as you might hope, because it's only temporary redraw. I like Scalding Tarn, Dark Ritual is good. I actually really don't think Nicol Bolas is good, so I've tried to make him work in like a couple decks, and like he's already hard to cast, which is a big cost, but even if when I get him into play, he just doesn't impact the board very much. He's a 5-mana Planeswalker whose -3 destroys a creature or Planeswalker. Like, that's really not that worthwhile in Vintage Cube. The other Nicol Bolas, he would uptick and destroy stuff, and then his downtick would steal things. Like, that was kind of unbeatable. This card, you put it into play, and the opponent's like, okay. If you, like, cheat it out early, it's good, but I don't think that's a great card. Ooh. Speaking of great cards, Thousand Year Storm. I think we might be able to get that one on the wheel. There'll be like 3 cards left in the pack. Everflowing Chalice is a very high value artifact here. I do love Thousand Year Storm. We have Memory Jar. No, I want to try towards the artifact deck. Again, I just haven't been able to draft it. Oh, there's Arthalia. Yeah, white would have been good. Like I said, in every cube draft you have a couple like directions you can go. This one we're kind of leaning towards artifacts because we haven't done it. We could take Crucible, and here's an option. We could go like the Wildfire deck. I like Crucible a bit more than Ravages because Ravages is replaceable. There's Ravages, Armageddon, Wildfire, Burning, whereas there's only 1 Crucible. We'll do that. Ooh, Tezzeret? Tezzeret is decent. Dig Through Time is great, but it is a bit expensive, although we have some ways to fill our graveyard. Factor Fiction into Dig Through Time is a great combo. Tezzeret is a bit expensive. I'm going to take Dig, actually. Tezzeret with a Mox is a little bit better than it normally would be, but is still not the best. That is a late Hymn to Torok, but I'm just going to take Badlands. With the Scalding Tarn, Badlands becomes a higher value play. So we wield Gruul Signet, Arid Mesa, and that is actually an exceptionally late Liliana. Also, Fire and Ice is good, but I'm kind of tempted to take Gruul Signet here, although Arid Mesa Crucible of Worlds is kind of nice. But again, I think I want to try and draft the artifact deck. There's our Wildfire. Okay. I think we're in. Also, Mother of Runes wield as it always does. Also, Thundermaw Hellkite is actually really good in this archetype. I probably can't take it because I think Wildfire is more important, but it has 5 toughness, which is crucial because it survives Wildfire and then it just kills your opponent really fast. So I like that card quite a bit. There's a Golgari Signet. That's a lot of signets, but I don't like Living Death, and P and Kieran is kind of medium. None of these cards are particularly playable. I honestly just don't think Nicol Bolas is really worth putting in your deck. It's just too expensive. Ooh, interesting. Sulfuric Vortex. No, I'm gonna take Mana Tithe. Mana Tithe is busted. I keep saying this, and I keep seeing it wheel, and I keep taking it, and I keep playing it, and I keep winning with it. So eventually people will catch on and they'll play around it, but until that day happens, I will gladly play a 1 mana counter target spell. Wow, no respect for either of these. This isn't really a Thalia deck, but it's not really a pack rat deck either, but it's more likely to be a pack rat deck in case we end up, I don't know, like pack rat Goblin Welder could be a combo, things like that. Yeah, last pick Gideon. So that's what I was saying about white always being open. Like, we would have just had every single white card we wanted from those packs, but I've drafted white a lot of times. Like, if you want to see white, just look through my channel and you'll find plenty of those. For us, ooh, man. Okay, I think we're just going to commit, take Blightsteel, and hope we get there on the artifact payoffs. We haven't seen Tinker, but we did see quite a few late artifacts. Alternatively, we could just take Mana Leak, because I think Mana Leak will just be a better card in general. Like, this card just does everything you want. It's a true turn, well, it's a turn 2 play, stops your opponent from doing stuff, but I'm going to go for the more fun, take Blightsteel, and then we'll feel better when we get Tinker or Shelldock Isle. Shelldock Isle is really good here. Also, Golos fits in the artifact theme. I just realized you can, like, Mishra's Factory Workshop. You can workshop out a Golos, grab a Shelldock Isle. That seems kind of fun. And then on the reel, we have Muldrifter or Burning of Jinde to come around. But this card is like a great combo with Memory Jar, Factor Fiction. You can get your deck size very low and then just hard cast a Blightsteel for free. There is a Wasteland to go with our Crucible of Worlds. I like that. There's also an Orzhov Signet, which is kind of medium. Underground Sea, which is very good, but I don't really want to play black cards. I don't think. I'd rather stay blue-red and then just like not play these. This is hard. I love Wasteland Crucible, but I think Underground Sea, nah. We're gonna stick to our guns here. Take Wasteland, try and wheel Rishit Import. Ooh, Opposition. Wow, there's a couple things going on here. Floated Strand is good. Narset. We don't have any like real draw 7s yet. Lion's Eye Diamond doesn't. Oh, why is Gideon here? Lion's Eye Diamond doesn't do a whole lot yet, but maybe it could get there. Sphinx is a good Tinker target. I guess I only have one creature and it is Blightsteel. Blightsteel Opposition is not really the value you want to be getting. I kind of want to take Narset because it can find like Crucible and stuff. We already have Scalding Tarn. No, I'm just going to take the fetch. Having good mana is nice. Ooh, Sundering Titan. A Braid is also good, but I think this deck wants a Titan. We're really looking for like Workshop, Tinker. Goblin Welder is actually pretty interesting. So I don't have too many ways to get it into the graveyard, and we don't have Mindslaver. I don't think that came around. But I'm not going to take Spellseeker. The only other consideration is Tanglewire, but that card frequently comes around. So does Goblin Welder, though. I guess I just have to decide which one will come around more often. This is hard. I think Goblin Welder wheels more frequently. I'm going to take Tanglewire. Mostly it's just, it's colorless, so any deck can take this. Oh wow, Volcanic Island is probably what we need. We have 2 fetches to get it. Jace is great, but we don't really have that many spells to flashback, so let's just take Volcanic. That is a particularly late Volcanic Island. This might be the second best dual land in the cube, outside of Tropical Island. Maybe this is the best one. I think this one's like higher power level. Tropical Island is more important for the blue-green deck specifically, because they want like Raphelos and to be able to cast green spells and stuff like that. Ooh, this is a pretty good Sphinx's Revelation deck. We have some amount of mana. So that can help refill our hand. We can take Wandering Fumarole if we need better mana, but I kind of like Sphinx's Rev. I think I want to put in this Mana Tithe, we'll see. But I like having a big card draw. Ooh. So Ramanov Excavator helps with Crucible. We have 2 green sources right now. So that is a backup. It's not really a combo with Wildfire because it dies. We could take Nahiri. Nahiri Blightsteel is kind of awesome. Nahiri also helps enable Goblin Welder. Okay, I'll take Nahiri. There's our second Burning. So I'm going to take that, passing Wear Tear, things like that, which are good, but not really for us. Also, Burning of Jianye and Dig Through Time are kind of a combo. Kill all your lands, exile your lands to draw cards. Okay, there's Gush and Day of Judgment. I'm just going to take Gush. Gush is actually kind of awesome with Burning as well. If you like, let's say you play a couple lands like Volcanic Island, and then you get the rest of the 6 mana off of Signets, you can cast Wildfire and then Gush in response. Repeal is not bad. Gush in response, return your lands to hand. Was this the Goblin Welder pack or was that one more? I think it was one more. Wow, we didn't wheel the Welder? What? What are people doing over here? Well, that's pretty good. Inspiring Vantage is good. I don't know what use other people could have for Goblin Welder, but wow, this pack is actually kind of stacked. We have Deck Faden, great card. Wheel of Fortune, kind of sketchy now. Our deck has a lot of card draw, but really nothing to do with it. Mind Twist is great, and this would be a deck that would take advantage of Mind Twist, but I think Deck Faden is a bit stronger of a card because Mind Twist is only good if you like play it early. It's a pretty bad top deck, whereas Deck Faden's just good at every single stage of the game. If you play him early, steal a mana source that's completely backbreaking. In the late game, he can steal like a Blightsteel or just loot away bad cards. He's kind of perfect. Maybe we can wheel, probably not one of these, but we can hope. But deck is kind of where we want to be. Ooh. So we have Metalworker. That's going to come around. I'm not going to take it this early. I think I just take a Sphinx. It's a huge card, and it survives Burning and Wildfire. The other consideration is Lightning Greaves, but again, I think Sphinx is just better. This just helps you win games. Yeah, I like Sphinx more than Misty as well. Ooh, Azorius Signet. Oh, Ashiok. I think I gotta take the Signet. I have a couple white spells like Mana Tithe, Nahiri, Sphinx's Revelation is hiding out somewhere. This helps us, plus I guess we don't really have any incentive to play artifacts. There's also a Myr Battlesphere, but we have a lot of payoff. We need the ramp. If I had like a workshop or something like that. Ooh, Golos. Oh, Demonic Tutor. Oh, and a Brazen Borrower too. What do I do here? Sacred Foundry would also be pretty good. It lets Scalding Tarn and Flooded Strand find red-white. I like Brazen Borrower as well. I don't think I'm going to take Demonic Tutor because it's hard on the mana. I think it's between Golos and Sacred Foundry here. I'm just going to take Golos because he's fun. Workshop! We did it! I have 2 updates available. Okay, this is a pretty nice workshop deck. Ballista, wow. We got all of the workshop payoffs in the same deck. This is actually a decent Oath of Druids deck. Like, Oath into Sundering Titan, Blightsteel, Sphinx, to a lesser extent Golos. I'm going to take Workshop, but just keep in mind that this might come around. But Workshop seems kind of good here. Ooh, Karn Sign of Urza. Now that's an artifact incentive. I'm down for that. That was so weird. I don't know where I got cut off, but my pop filter like moved and muted my microphone. Good thing I noticed it, because otherwise you would have just had a whole lot of quiet. Phantasmal Image is good, but I think I like Karn better in this particular deck. Mostly just for the synergies. It's more fun. Kolaghan's Command I can't really cast. I could take a Mutavault. Our deck is largely colorless, so we can kind of afford to put some creature lands in there, and it gives us something to find off Golos. Wow, Tundra was a great pickup. I think I have enough playables. This is all my mana. 22. Yeah, we'll find one more. Tundra's great. Lightning Helix. This isn't really a turnabout deck. Helix does give us some game against like aggro. Alternatively, there's Angel of Sanctions, but I don't like that it dies to Burning and Wildfire, so kind of get rid of that. So yeah, Lightning Greaves got taken. We could pick up a Moat. That kind of... I don't think our deck can really win with Moat in play. Metalworker is okay. I mean, we can turn one him off of workshop, so that is something. Ooh, I can take a plateau or a Gideon. Gideon is nice. Plateau is like perfect mana. Put these back in here. I think this deck wants plateau. I don't know. That was kind of a... Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah, because Gideon would have been really nice in the deck, but now I could just take Sacred Foundry and have even more than perfect mana. Ooh, Oath of Druids. Can I fit that in here? I'm definitely going to take it because in some matchups it's just kind of backbreaking. Maybe I don't main deck it, but against like... If I play against mono green, for example, I could just get rid of Metalworker, put in Oath, and just use it for value. Because that card wins games. Or not playing green. Wow, okay, well we have the mana for Oath now. We have Raging Ravine and Copperline Gorge. I'm sorry, last pick Bitter Blossom? That seems kind of crazy. So I have a Badlands and a Scalding Tarn. 1, 2, 3 black sources. I probably can't put Bitter Blossom in here, but it would be awesome. So these are all my mana. This deck has quite beautiful mana. 24 spells. I don't hate it. This deck does a lot of stuff. So we'd be playing basically 16 mana sources, but with all these signets, it's not the worst thing to do. I think 16 is okay. With Wasteland, like, we're not really concerned about colored sources because, look at this. I don't think I'm going to play Mutavault. And Badlands is not... Oh, it helps me activate Golos. Sure. It is a non-bow with Sundering Titan, but activating Golos is fun. I'm down for that. So what does our color situation look like? We want a lot of blue for Sphinx Dig Through Time, Sphinx's Revelation. So I think it's going to be mostly islands. I have probably enough red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red sources right now. So I like 1. As far as white goes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 8 white sources is plenty. So we just run 3, 1. As far as blue sources go, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I kind of want to fit another island in the deck. I forgot we are running Wasteland, so that's kind of like a spell. So I can either cut Wasteland and run Island, but I like Wasteland because we have Crucible that can just destroy some decks. Like, imagine if we played against this deck. Wasteland would kill almost all of our mana. But I need to cut something. Like Repeal. I think Repeal is especially nice with things like Wildfire and Burning. You can like bounce their thing end of turn and then kill them. This might not be the best Tanglewire deck. I don't really have a way to get it back either. I know I can like cast it quickly off of the workshop, but I'm okay cutting that. I could run the deck like this. I will see you guys round 1. All right, we're playing against Santiger 11. We're gonna go first. Haha. Remember how we added those lands here? Yeah, okay. This hand's fine. We are on the play. I'm gonna keep this. I kind of want to put back Dig Through Time because it's like so far from being castable. Sure. And then we just gotta hope to draw an island, basically. If we hit island, then that should draw us into like the rest of our mana. We can remove our upkeep stop. Mono red, huh? I mean, it's not guaranteed to be mono red, but it is likely, considering who else leads with basic mountain turn 1. We're gonna Metalworker, and then hopefully... Why is there a stop in their draw? I have so many stops I don't know about. Oh, it's not mono red. Is it Signet? I like it. Lightning Helix is good. So let's Metalworker, hope he survives. I doubt he does. But if he does, we can Golos, and depending on what we draw, we might just Golos for an island, which feels pretty bad. But we're like real far away from shell docking. Ugh. Okay. Well, we can kill Dak. Whoa. Ugh. What is this sequence? Oh my god. Okay, Scalding Tarn means we can Gush. I think I just have to Lightning Helix down Dak Fade, and right now I will play around Daze even though they don't have mana for it. I could try and Gush into a Signet here, but I don't think that's correct. I'm just gonna kill you. We're pretty far behind now. Them stealing basically all of our mana makes Burning of Shinne pretty rough. Oh boy. Are they gonna Golos me? Oh, they played around days. They know. They figured it out. Oh, this is so bad. Okay. The thing is, I like kind of want to draw lands, but I'm also about to cast Gush. So I have double white. I think I need Volcanic here. Okay, the Dak Father. I'm just gonna run him out and hope that that works. I'm gonna steal their Izzet Signet. Okay. That's not the worst. They bolt Dak Faden. So I already missed a land drop, so gushing here just kind of makes sense because I get to replay the land anyway. And it makes it seem like I maybe have a counterspell that I could find. Ooh, Shelduck Isle. The Shelduck's getting kind of good now. Well, at least I didn't draw those. I guess Signet then lands. But this hand is getting awkward. Golos can find Wasteland, which is pretty bad against their deck. They can Teferi their own Signet, but they don't really need to. Their deck is like ours, but set up for the mirror match instead of having good mana. Ugh, Johnny. Yep. Not where we wait. Weird that they targeted the Signet instead of Shelduck Isle. But we're just gonna die to Planeswalker Ultimates. Like, Burning of Virginia does absolutely nothing here. We're drawing nothing but lands. Yeah. Teferi goes up to 7. Like, they're gonna Teferi Ultimate and a Johnny Ultimate us, and then probably twin combo us. This is the matchup where counterspells would be nice. Workshop. So I can workshop out a Golos. Or I can workshop out a Memory Jar. Golos does pressure them. I'm gonna Golos. Because we can get a black source. I guess we're still pretty far away from activating him because they're locking that down. This costs 7 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. They have Archangel Avacyn as well. Okay. I mean, that blocks Golos. I think Lightning Helix was my only burn. I'm trying to think of what else I have that can deal with this. There's not much. This deck would have loved like an upheaval or something like that. It's a lot of text messages. Sorry. Ugin. Well, Ugin doesn't actually do anything yet, but I'm about to get like triple Planeswalker ultimated here. So here's my hope, and this is not a good place to be. I'm hoping, never mind. I was gonna say, if they like forget to activate a Johnny, I can Burning of Jinye, and then that'll kill Avacyn, and then I can Golos attack Teferi. But then I leave my opponent with an active Ugin. There you are. Okay. Now what? We can go Tundra, Memory Jar. Kind of have to let them ultimate Teferi. I don't think I have any. Let me look at my deck real quick. The only thing I have that could do it would be Repeal, but I don't have enough mana for that. So we're just gonna pass, see what they do. Probably they ultimate Teferi and like exile my Memory Jar, but so be it. Yep. Read to the face. I can take it. Keep locking down Badlands. All right. Well. You don't know of a card in our deck that does it here, because they're also about to Ugin Ultimate. I think now what I need to do is like Burning of Jinye and hope that they just ultimate Ugin and I can deck them, because Ugin draws 7 and Memory Jar draws 7. I think that's my best shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think this is my best shot here. We lose like a bunch of stuff, but it's the best we can do. If they don't have counterspells, maybe this is good. And then we try and deck them off. Okay, so you choose 4 that we sacrifice. So I want all of my colored mana. I don't really need Workshop anymore. Although it does help me cast like Sundering Titan. But 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I'd rather keep my colored mana. Get rid of you. Basic Island. Sacred Foundry's not that necessary. And Volcanic. Then we attack Johnny. And we just gotta hope that they Ugin ult. Somehow get greedy, draw too many cards. They're probably gonna target Memory Jar. Okay, they target Golos, sure. Yeah, this is rough because I'm basically going down to no permanents. All right, well, they don't have much mana. Actually, this might work. Let's memory jar right now because we're going to lose all of our permanents. And then they draw 7. They go down to 6. They can still just kill us very easily, but it was worth a shot. I was hoping they would like play Ancestral Recall or something before ulting Ugin. That is kind of awesome, though. They have to exile... Oh, never mind. They are going to get the flawless victory, which I appreciate. But they have to... At the end of turn, they have to discard all of the cards they just drew. It's... In theory, I don't think we have an answer to Ugin, but if we had like a lightning bolt to kill Ugin... Oh, no! Don't look at my deck! I don't want you to see what's in there. Okay, Bribery is pretty... Wow, their deck just absolutely destroys our deck. I actually don't know how to beat this. Maybe it starts with Tangle Wire. Like their deck is just a lot of Planeswalkers. I think I just got a Tangle Wire like burning them out very quickly. That's kind of the only thing here. And Blightsteel, they have Bribery, but Blightsteel is like my only win condition. So I can't really take him out. Oh, that's a problem. That's a really big problem. I think I just need to mulligan aggressively to a fast hand and lock them out of mana before they can play a 4-mana Planeswalker. And I'll get rid of Dig Through Time because they're not really like grinding me out. They're just playing Planeswalkers that slowly go towards ultimate. I mean, this is pretty quick. I need to draw a blue source for Consecrated Sphinx, but a Mox would make this way better. I'm going to play around Wasteland. I don't think their deck has Wasteland because their mana looks pretty bad. But you never know. Ooh, Tundra, okay. There's our blue source. We can go Gruul Signet. Next turn we can go Signet into Crucible. And then I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we draw a land, we can actually... Come on! Why? Why do they have everything? Okay, well, let's play Signet, I guess. Yeah, they are so set up for this mirror match. Dak Faden, steal my Signet. Okay. So I can draw, actually, if I draw Dak Faden now we're in business if we draw Dak. Dak Faden. Gosh. Still worth casting, because missing land drops. Yeah, I can do this. I was wondering if I should float a white, but I can just replay it if I need white here. Not great. They have so much mana right now. I really don't like how much mana they have. Go. Yeah. This is not pretty. Ancient Grudge would be real good in this deck. Dak Faden would be helpful. But basically they have all stuff my deck does not interact with. Yeah, Johnny just keeps my Azorius Signet or Tundra tapped down. Okay. I don't have any artifacts, but Metalworker maybe can get there. I'll play around Days. And I'm holding up Mana Tithe here. Because I can't actually Helix down the Ajani. What I want to happen is them to downtick Ajani on Metalworker. Then I can Helix down the Ajani. I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, maybe it is what's going to happen. I mean, that probably suggests they have something better. But if they don't, and they just hold up Archangel Avacyn... Oh man, I don't think I can pass up this opportunity to just jam Consecrated Sphinx. I know they have a ton of mana up, but I need this to go through in order to win the game. I didn't really see much in the form of like counter magic from them. This more feels like they're holding up Archangel Avacyn. Ugh, okay. More blue. Let's have triple blue. I'll get a red in case I want to like... They even had Path for Consecrated Sphinx. One can only do so much. Yeah, I got triple red, so maybe I can Lightning Helix and Burning in the same turn. I don't know. That might... Whoa. Okay, they just passed turn. Mox Pearl? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So... This is tough. I can cast Burning. I don't think I want to cast Burning. I think I want to... If I cast Burning, they flash in Archangel Avacyn. I don't really have a way to deal with it. They only have 2 cards in hand. And I'm about to Sphinx's Revelation. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because they would still have 5 mana, which is enough to cast most things. So I think I'm just going to Lightning Helix a Johnny. Either, yeah, and their upkeep here. Red, white. Okay, a Johnny down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I can Sphinx's Revelation for 2. Okay. This looks like high time to cast. Also high time to cast Sphinx's Revelation. I think I wait and cast Sphinx's Rev on their upkeep. Not gonna play around days or anything. Again, haven't seen anything in the form of counterspells from them. Nice. Sundering Titan's gonna do a lot of work, actually. Wow, they're floating out hard. Alright, let's just cast a Sundering Titan, I suppose. And I'm going to have to kill my own Badlands, but that's not the end of the world. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess I should tap this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can Sundering Titan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. I can Sundering Titan, kill my own Badlands. I guess I can't replay it. I thought I was going to be able to, but that's fine. They put a charge counter. I think I can come pretty close to locking them out of red, but pass turn. Then if they kill Sundering Titan, they lose more lands. Then I can Burning, they lose more lands. This is kind of beautiful. Hopefully that limited their mana, so they cast an Ugin here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my gosh, if they cast Ugin, I get to Mana Tithe it. I will never be happier. Vanishing Light. Okay, that's fewer lands for them. This, mountain. Good sequencing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I might as well Burning put them down to no mana. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cast Burning. I have Mana Tithe if they play Avacyn here. So I get rid of 4 lands. I don't need you. We're really going down on resources. Go. But I have Crucible of Worlds. They have no mana in play and 1 card in hand. I have an entirely full hand. My deck does not have many win conditions. Karn gets there. If they go land, Dak Fade, and steal Crucible of Worlds, I will scream. So be prepared. Okay. Ooh, Golos is nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. I really want to hold up Mana Tithe here, so I think I'm going to go Workshop into Golos. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I can get Shelldock Isle, which will be nice. Oh man, I can grab Wasteland. No, Shelldock's better here. Ooh, Dak Faden. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Alright, we gotta survive 1 turn. They have 1 turn to go land, Dak Faden, steal Crucible, but actually no, they don't even have that because I can just steal my own Crucible back and then kill their Dak Faden. So I mean that gives them like some mana, but that doesn't solve the problem here. Wow, they actually had land, Dak Faden, steal Crucible. I don't Mana Tithe. I don't know why they held up white. Yeah. The best part is they don't even get to play land here. Oh, wow. I think I can just do everything. Or wait, let's get some mana here. Blue, white. So I tap this, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yeah, let's do this. Cast you. Dak Faden steals Crucible. Golos. Well, let's play, I think I need a red source. Let's play Mountain. Golos kills their Dak Faden. And then I play Nahiri. Exile Coalition Relic. And then I can exile Banishing Light next turn. That's what we call the hard lock. Okay, this was beautiful. I really thought it was going to go poorly, but they just drew running mana. Let's attack them with Golos. Uptick Nahiri. Discard this. Scalding Tarn. I can play this. I don't really want to activate Golos because there's like a very small chance I actually just deck myself. So what I'm going to do instead is just play Karn and start making constructs. And I guess I'll help them loot. I don't know. The only way I could see them winning here is through decking, so I don't really want to make my deck size any lower than it already is. Alright, so let's kill all their lands here. So we can choose, I believe, this, and Badlands should hit all the criteria. And then I could just play Badlands again. Make a Construct. Kill them for 1,000,000 damage. This is... So they had the flawless victory last time. I have the... oh, I can get a flawless victory. We did it. Ready? Boom. Got there. Feels pretty good. Okay. Game 3. So it was back-to-back flawless victories. I love it. Game 3. I almost feel like Gideon Blackblade might be decent against them. In fact, Gideon's maybe just good in the deck because he's indestructible. He doesn't take damage from Wildfire. He can pressure their Planeswalkers, but he's not a creature on my turn, on their turn, so they can't do it. And then he like can exile stuff. That's some tech right there. Tankwaller on the draw seems kind of suspect. And then they're playing Bribery. Blightsteel is a good way to just lose. They also have Dak Faden, so Blightsteel is a good way to just lose. Bribery Sundering Titan also destroys us though. But I need these cards in play to win the game. That's the thing. Like I can't win without them. Maybe I can win without a Blightsteel. Because this does kill me. This we can come back from. Although like Bribery for Consecrated Sphinx probably just wins the game anyway. But I think Blightsteel is actually more of a liability because they also have Dak Faden and like Oblivion Ring or Banishing Light, whatever that is. So I'm okay cutting him. And then if I just have Sundering Titan in hand. Alright, I mean, this is the hand. Opponent has a lot of things that disrupt this. We're also on the draw, but I don't think I can mulligan a hand this good. Badlands is the least important. I want to be able to Lightning Helix on turn 2 just in case. Who knows? Signet, yeah. Straight up mirror. So I'm going to go basic island into Signet here. Hopefully they don't have a Planeswalker. I mean, they're likely to because their deck is full of them, but that's not red mana. Monastery Mentor. Oh, he's dying. I can't do anything and kill him, but leaving him in play is just really suspect. So let's go red, white, Helix. They can Manatize me, but that's fine. Teferi would be bad. That looks like a Teferi. Yeah. Okay. Teferi is very hard for our deck to deal with too. But at least I can like play pretty confident that our opponent doesn't have counter spells. What do I do here? I think I'm just gonna not tap out of that. Play Metalworker. This does play on Miscalc. Kind of pressures Teferi. Not really, but I can't even really attack because they have Archangel Avacid in their deck. Also, this could just be a Johnny downtick kill Metalworker. The only bit of disruption I really have to kill Planeswalkers is Lightning Helix. This deck could have done with a bit more removal, I will say. Yep. Well, if they're using Banishing Light on Metalworker, I'm not too sad about that. I just need to find like Repeal to reset the Teferi. Okay, that's actually decent. So let's go Tundra, Chalice, kicked twice, and then play Crucible. It's a lot of mana, but like Wildfire doesn't even do anything because Teferi ult. Basically, Teferi ult is like so bad for this deck. We're good against creature decks because we can ramp and then Wildfire away everything, but we don't have any Planeswalker removal. Maybe I should have thought about that when I was making the deck. I need to draw something to deal with Teferi this turn. I think either that or draw like Repeal. Okay, Memory Jar is decent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And life total doesn't matter too much, so I'm actually going to play this untapped. Wait, that's too much mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And then I need them to not do anything. Did I play land this turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe I did. Yeah. So I can like hit deck Faden. Like nothing I can hit here does anything. So I'm going to wait on Memory Jar. If they tuck it with Teferi, that's fine. If they kill it, okay, Avacyn's fine. 2 very win condition light decks over here. So I need to like somehow magic my way into like repeal Teferi, Wildfire. Bribery me can get Sundering Titan. That can kill every single one of my lands, right? Swamp, mountain, plains, island. I'm gonna be left with 4 mana. So I actually have to crack Memory Jar just to protect against Bribery and then hope to draw Repeal naturally, because otherwise I'm just dead. Sundering Titan just killed me. Ugh. Didn't even hit any of them. Oh! This card's so dumb. Yep. Oh boy. I'm gonna top deck Repeal too. Maybe I should have floated mana for Mana Tithe. It didn't look like it mattered too much. But that card is so backbreaking. And I gave them Wear Tear? Oh my god. It happens. It just sucks because this is my own stuff. I think that's the most feels bad thing about Bribery. Actually, I can Gush into Repeal. I don't think this really works, but it at least stops Teferi for now. I can Golos? I'll keep fighting. I'm here. Wait, where's my... Oh, they killed my... Oh, I milled my Sheldock Isle. That's not good. Right, well... We're gonna fight the fight. I don't think this is gonna go anywhere. They attack, we take it. They played Ugin? I didn't even notice that. Why me? Oh boy. Okay, well, I'm at 3. I'm dead. We're just dead. There's no... Oh boy. Yeah, we were super dead. I think if it wasn't for the Teferi, we could have done some things because... I guess let's see. Let's think. If they didn't draw Bribery, let's think, could we have won the game? Consecrated Sphinx, Mana Tithe, Dak Faden. Dak Faden would have drawn all of this. The ultimate Teferi, then playing Ugin. I don't think I could have won. Yeah, the distinct lack of like Planeswalker answers in this deck is kind of problematic. I think I want Gideon Blackblade in the main deck because he seems actually pretty solid. And we can get rid of... Metalworker's just always really medium. I like Blightsteel because it gives Nahiri like something to find. So we can run it like that in the next round. See you guys then. All right, let's hope for a better round here. Playing against Elijah McNeil. Let's go first. If we draw a Signet, this hand becomes quite good because then we can turn 3 Karn. I think I will keep. I'm also on the play and I have a Repeal, opportunity to draw lands. I think I like this. I'm gonna lead on the basic instead of Scalding Tarn because again I would also like to draw lands. Basically just any mana source would be good here. Red. Oh gosh. Mana Crypt. Okay. That is scary. Into Izzet Signet. Dude, please don't be a Planeswalker deck. There's only so much that I can handle here. Golos, not really where we want to be. On past turn. I may have to cycle Repeal on their Mana Crypt, which is actually kind of bad because it like essentially gives them free way to dodge the Mana Crypt flip. Oh my gosh. Hazoret the Fervent. And they intentionally didn't play around days. I'm less worried. Less worried now. I think now my life total matters, but I also kind of want a second island, so I'm just gonna wait. Okay, island number 3 means I can repeal the Signet. That does stop their mana quite a bit. They can't even attack with Hazoret. And it gives me a chance to draw another land for Karn. Although I could just play Karn off of, what am I saying? Like Gush to get the extra thing. I think at this point I probably am just going to take a Plateau because I also need red-white. And I have double blue for Gush anyway. So we go Plateau, and then I think I just repeal the Signet now. I don't want to give them like any chance to use the mana for anything. There's our 4th land, okay. And by putting both a spell and specifically mana sources back in hand, it means it's going to be a lot longer before Hazoret actually gets to attack. Opponent's still winning flips, but Hazoret, again, is not that scary at the moment. I'll take a hit off Mutavault, don't mind that. Chain Lightning my face, I do mind that. This opponent really does not like playing around days. Like, why can't this happen other times? Ooh, Chalice is probably what I need. I mean, Karn can make a 1/1, but this turns into like a lot of mana. Because I need to get my hand empty. I'm taking a ton of damage next turn, so I need to like do something with Memory Jar here. Okay, they finally lost a flip. Sphinx can block Hazoret quite profitably. No, they had a braid! Oh, that's bad. Okay, well, now I take a hit off Mutavault. Oh, they discarded a card, so I take 7 here. I think I need to hit a land this turn. Sheldock. So I can Gush into Golos. Golos can block Hazoret, but it does die. I can Karn downtick. I think I got a Gush. I don't think I can Sheldock. It is also very unfortunate. Sheldock was like one of my only outs here, like Golos into Sheldock. So that, like drawing that, I think might be the worst possible draw I could have had. Because I wanted to find it, and then like hitting Blightsteel off of Sheldock was our out to win here. But now we're kind of stuck. Manatithe Wasteland. Well, I know Manatithe will be good given the way my opponent played this game. We're just gonna play Golos. I guess I want a Mishra's Workshop because Sundering Titan is maybe an out. I'm gonna go to 1 at the very least, which is... No, I'm just dead on board. Okay, well, I don't want them to know I have Workshop. I'll get a Sacred Foundry. Yeah, because they can just discard to Hazoret. That hits me for 2. I go down to 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they discard twice. No, actually, I'm not dead on board. Because if they discard twice, they can't attack with Mutavault. Yeah, they have no cards in hand. Because they just played a land, so they can't actually activate Hazoret here. Yeah. Aha, they played the land. Okay. I mean, I have to chump block Hazoret with Golos, which is not ideal. But next turn I can go Karn plus Wasteland. The problem is I go to 1. Yeah, I was going to say I can Wasteland the Mutavault and then Karn downtick, but I think I'm just dead. Because they just activate Hazoret again. Yeah, alright. Moving on. I don't really know what their deck does. It's like a red burn deck, I guess? I think Oath is probably going to be okay. I can bring in Raging Ravine or Mountain, Copperline Gorge instead of, I guess, an Island. This probably is not a dig through time matchup. Metalworker seems a little bit better. I think I'm going to need to go pretty quick. Even though they can kill him, like you can just turbo him out. Sundering Titan is actually kind of actively bad here. He's just going to kill a lot of my own lands because I'm playing tons of non-basics and they're mono red. So that's not ideal, but I still have Blightsteel and some other stuff. We just got to hope that they don't, you know, play Mana Crypt turn 1. All right, we're going to go first. Hope for a better hand. Well, there's the Manatithe. We know that's good against the opponent because they like actively played into Manatithe. So that feels pretty good. Leading on Vantage, next turn I'm going to play Sacred Foundry tapped. The following turn I'm going to play Gideon. So like, they will have 1 turn to play something into Manatithe here. Counter a Signet. Their deck is kind of weird. Runaway Steamkin. Definitely doing away with that. And then hopefully Gideon can come down. He goes up to 5 loyalty, which is quite a bit. Ooh. I guess Workshop is actually not that good here, but it's exciting sometimes. Let's play Gideon. Uptick him. Go. I can start attacking for 4. He survives Wildfire. I can play Crucible, but that doesn't do a whole lot. Wasteland would be an amazing draw right now. Because I just Wasteland Mutavault. Next turn, Crucible Wasteland. Island is not the worst either. So it's uptick. Doesn't matter. I can't target anything. Attack for 4. And if they're using Mutavault to attack down Gideon, that's pretty good because Gideon's effectively just... He's attacking for damage and gaining me life, which is really all I want in the mono red mirror match, is to not die. Let's hold up Inspiring Vantage and play Crucible here. Crucible's actually just kind of decent against like red-white strategies. If they're playing correctly, they'll have like some amount of land destruction in their deck. A breed my Crucible. That hurts. Oh, okay. That was not what you wanted to do. What? Okay, for those who are wondering what just happened, Gideon says prevent all damage that would be dealt to him on your turn. So they lightning striked my Gideon on my turn, but he doesn't take damage. Well, they learned that the hard way. I don't actually know what their deck does. I just died to a single Hazoret. I think Oath of Druids is worth it, but yeah, I think this is fine. This isn't really that good of a Workshop or Metalworker deck anymore, but oh boy. I keep this hand because Lightning Helix plus good mana is good against them, I think, but this is not a great hand. I mean, like, Burning will be good. I think their deck is very susceptible to Burning unless they draw Mana Crypt turn 1. Okay. Never mind. They have Mana Crypt and Soul Ring. In my vote, those are probably like the 2 best cards you can have in mono red. I honestly think Mana Crypt is just better than any Mox in mono red most of the time because you can just turbo out busted 4 mana plays. So this is quite unfortunate, actually. I'm going to play this tapped. Yeah, we're in a lot of trouble if our opponent has all this power. Steamkin is okay. I think I pretty much just have to kill that. But at the same time, I could also just hope they don't have red spells because, like, it's a 1/1 right now. I have a Foth. I'm actually going to wait, see what's going on. Wasteland? Dude. Okay. That's really bad, actually. Let's float a white, because if they want to cast anything pre-main phase, I'm going to Helix it. I think I'm still just going to kill this, because it does represent a good amount of damage. Wow, that was their whole turn. Okay. That's not bad. Let's play Raging Ravine. Hope they don't have Crucible of Worlds. Okay. I don't know what's going on over there, but I'm not complaining about it because they have a bunch of mana, but if their deck does nothing, like, okay. I think I will fetch off Scalding Tarn because I'm going to Factor Fiction and I don't really want any more lands here. I have blue, so I guess I get my Badlands for... No, I could just grab Badlands with Golos. So I'm going to grab just a basic island because I have Burning of Jinye and stuff. Ooh, Mox Pearl was pretty good. Yeah, let's just go Island, Mox Pearl. That way I can Factor Fiction into Manatithe if they have a scary, like, 6-drop. Pass turn. If they just attack with Needle Spires, that would be ideal. This I can beat. I don't know what their deck... It literally looks like their deck is just all mana and a Hazoret. Like, I take 4. Sure. Okay. Play Factor Fiction. I get to jam a Consecrated Sphinx. Okay. I don't understand what just happened, but I won the match. They had Soul Ring and Mana Crypt in their deck and an Ancient Tomb. So they had all the soul things possible, and they just conceded both games. Weird. I'll see you guys round 3, I guess. Hopefully we get a good game round 3, because round 1 was just bad because, like, our opponent's deck was, like, the perfect counter. Round 2 was bad because our opponent... I don't know what they were doing. Round 3, hopefully we'll have some real games. Alright, this is the kind of hand our deck is hoping to have. Turn 1 Signet, Turbo out of Wildfire, Don't You Dare Thoughtseize Me. Wasteland, even? This is great. Obviously I need to draw like a Factor Fiction here, but I'm actually going to lead on Island, I think. Nah, I don't really need to play on Wasteland. If they Wasteland me, I'm pretty happy because I'm looking to Wasteland them, and trading my land for one of their lands is exactly the same as, you know, if I'm wastelanding them or they're wastelanding me. Either way, it's still a 1-for-1 exchange. The benefit of Wasteland is you have control. Also, top ticking Sphinx's Revelation was not the worst thing ever. I don't really want to do it yet. I'm just going to play Sacred Foundry tapped. But this gives me late game, which I like. Because now I can like Sphinx's Rev, untap, and then Wildfire or something. Whoa, 3 colors, no fixing. I would also wager that our deck is good against the 3-color no fixing deck. Yeah, it's decent. Let's play Island. I want to play around Spell Pierce or Miscalc here. Play the Dak Father, steal your Chalice. Deck Faden is so backbreaking. At this point, I'm kind of tempted just to waste or Wildfire next turn, but it depends on what they tutor for. This feels like Storm the more I'm seeing from their deck. Like a Storm deck that didn't get there, at least on fixing. Because Night's Whisper, Tutor, and Chalice are all cards you would play in a Storm deck. So if they tutor for like Time Twister, that's not the end of the world. I actually really like, so I guess the editing probably doesn't show this to you guys, but when your opponent casts Mystical Tutor and then tanks on what they're getting, Ingress Rant, what even is that? Target player sacrifices a Planeswalker. Okay. When your opponent casts Mystical Tutor and doesn't know what they're getting, that's a great sign, because that means they're like hoping that they have something in their deck and they don't have like a combo. Like when they Mystical Tutor, yeah, this is fine. Deck Faden was like a 3-for-1. So Mystical Tutor's card disadvantage. Ingress Rampage is neutral, so those traded. And then I killed their Chalice and got a Chalice. So they're -1, -2, and then I'm +1. So that was a 3-for-1. Okay, so we're gonna... I could leave them with no lands. And I have 3 mana sources. 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just do that. That's like really good. Sphinx's Rev will still be excellent here. They have nothing going on, and if they draw any non-basics, I have Wasteland to just lock them out of that even farther. Their deck looks dirtily, and the mana looks challenging, so I think killing all of their lands just seems like the best play. Ooh, Repeal, okay. Repeal means that they can't really stick anything that will cause me trouble. I also just realized I sacrificed all of my red sources, which is potentially a problem. Okay. Ooh, Golos. I love me some Golos. I'm going to play land to play around Days. Let's play a Golos. Gonna get Sheldock Isle. I think. I could get red mana, but I only have basically Nahiri. Let's get Sheldock Isle. That's some good card draw. Oh, there's my Nahiri. Also, Crucible actually probably seems a little bit better, I think. Getting back my 3 lands as opposed to just getting Nahiri. No, let's get a Hasty Blightsteel. We just have to not draw it. And then pass turn. Next turn we're going to Sphinx's Rev. Okay, opponent's hand was just full of lands. But again, they like didn't do anything even with 4 mana last time, so... Oh, I can just gush into Sphinx's Rev. And then actually just like cast a Nahiri. Okay. Cast Gush. This basically like gives me an extra land drop here. Well, I drew Blightsteel Colossus. But I don't even think I have to, like, Sphinx's Rev anymore. I think I could just Karn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cast Karn and just make a construct that hits for, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be a 5/5. Hit for 3. Yeah, this seems actually pretty fine to me. Destroy target creature. It cannot be regenerated. Okay. That's fine. They'll have a 4/4 construct. Maybe my opponent's like Grixis Control that's splashing a Mystical Tutor? I don't really know. Sure. That's gonna get repealed, probably. Ooh, Sphinx is good. Ooh, Burning is good. Can't really cast it, but let's make another thing. Play a Tundra. Hit for 5. So I can either cast Nahiri 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I think I like just playing the Consecrated Sphinx because it attacks. One thing I did realize that I can do is use Nahiri to discard Blightsteel because it just shuffles back. So I actually can get a Hasty Blightsteel. And I kept open white because I have Mana Tithe in the deck. But this is pretty brutal. Flooded Strand. Well, I think I want to get red mana, that's for sure. I'm just going to get a basic mountain, I think. Let's uptick Karn. Mana Tithe? Oh, they know about it now. But Chalice also gives me access to Blightsteel, so that's not good. It gave me Chalice. So that's 14. So if I kill Young Pyromancer and they have nothing, they just die? Okay. Just hope they have nothing. If they have something, they have to do it right now and make a con. Okay. I think they're dead. If they had Doomblade, they would have cast it. So unless it's like Snapcaster just to block. Nice. Tangawire seems amazing here. I would say Mago seems good, but I didn't really see anything that makes me want it. I like Oath because they have Young Pyromancer. So we bring in these two, we get rid of Mountain. I could see cutting Mishra's Workshop actually, but Sundering Titan is pretty good. Maybe I just cut Workshop from this deck. Because like, it turbos out Golos, but I think all of this stuff is kind of more important. So I put in Tangawire and Oath. I'm going to cut... actually don't know what I cut. I like Memory Jar. Deck Faden is just a good card. If they're playing Control, Dig Through Time will be good. Maybe I don't play Tangawire on the draw. Actually, I like this. I'm going to get rid of Workshop Tangawire on the draw, and then I can bring it back in on the play. I think on the draw, we're going to go a little bit more heavily on the Oath of Druids game plan. I like that. And then the last card I cut could be Mana Tithe because now they know about it. But I really like Mana Tithe on the draw because even if they know about it, what can they do? I'm going to get rid of Gush on the draw. It's a great card, but sometimes it's a little bit slow. Well, this is a hand. I think I'm going to keep this because it has mana. It's got a Wasteland, although I didn't see any basics or non-basics from my opponent, which is kind of concerning given that they're playing 3 colors. We have a late game Sphinx Revelation. There's a Signet, that's good. Lightning Helix, okay, so I'm going to play Flooded Strand, hold up Lightning Helix. I don't necessarily want to run it out because we do have Oath of Druids that we could draw. But like if they have a Planeswalker. Young Pyromancer, okay. I do just want to kill that. That can get out of control. So I need white and probably more blue. So let's just get Tundra. Red, white, Helix that. They don't have Daze, which is nice. I actually could have played around Daze, but our deck is like pretty likely to draw a Signet or something as well. So it felt more important to keep our mana open. And I'm not entirely sure what's going on over there. It feels like Storm, like Young Pyromancer, and that type of thing leads me to believe that. Like Chalice Kick twice. Man, Deck Faden here would be so good. Sacred Foundry. Play Volcanic untapped. That bluffs more counter spells. I don't really have a need for double white. Sure. Oh god. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they can make me discard 6 cards. That seems pretty good. Will they put it on Mana Tithe? If they don't, that's very good information for me. It says that Mana Tithe is just going to be an excellent card in this matchup. But yeah, Rakdos Return pretty good against the very, very slow start that I have built up here. Dude, for real? You're not even going to play it on Tithe? I have all of my mana open. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. X equals 5. So I go down to 1 card. I can Sphinx's Revelation for 1, but that effectively trades a card for a card. Alright, you got me. Oh, I get to choose. Oh, okay. I thought it was random. That's way better. I think I just want to keep Golos. So I don't want Wasteland. I definitely don't want Blightsteel. Sphinx's Revelation for 1 is okay, but I think Golos is honestly my best shot at getting back into this. So we're just going to keep him. And then I just got to top deck a land. Like, top decking a land is the most likely. Yeah. So I can Scalding Tarn for a Badlands. That gives me full Wooburg. And now I can Golos for most likely Shelldock Isle. I think that's just like always going to be our best combo, right? I have green, black, red, blue, white. Yeah, so I get Shelldock Isle. If I draw any land, now I can activate Golos. And getting probably Sundering Titan is the best here. Any untapped land, I can activate Golos. And then that can just draw Blightsteel. If our opponent draws too many cards, I can Sundering Titan them. They have a lot of tutors. They had Terminate in the deck last game. So it seems like it's kind of draw Golos or bust this turn. Or not draw Golos, draw land for Golos, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay, they don't have an answer. I don't know what's going on over there, but oh, it's the Vantage. That's brutal. That is really brutal. Yeah. That was like, I think one of the only tap lands left in the deck too, because Sheldock is gone, Ravine is gone, and Vantage. I'll look when I like look through my deck. Well, a draw 7 is not good because it gives me all my cards back. I don't know if this is control or storm still. The Scarab God. Well, they can't activate it. Okay. Not bad. I don't hate it. Wait, oh, they drew that, okay. And then Bitter Blossom. I don't know what this deck is. It looks really bad, but it's kind of interesting. I mean, they're going to Scarab God my Consecrated Sphinx, which is going to be pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this seems pretty good. I can Factor Fiction and then kill 3 lands. Put down a Sundering Titan. That's got to be better than activating Golos, I think. At least this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I can choose which land I want to Sheldock here. Sheldock is a busted card. Oh, Oath of Druids. I forgot about that. That is so good against Bitter Blossom. Ooh, that's nice. So, I think with this split... this is interesting. I regret tapping my green. I forgot about Oath. Splitting Oath and Blightsteel is definitely a mistake. So I choose a pile that goes into my hand. I don't really want Memory Jar, so let's just take this pile. Now I can go Island. Yeah, because Blightsteel doesn't go into my graveyard. I can go Island, play Chalice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe I wait to play Chalice. No, let's play Chalice. Kicked once. And Tundra has to die, so we can do that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that. Now we activate Sheldock. Whoa. Activate Sheldock. This. Pass turn. They have 1 card in hand. Seems okay to me. Then we're gonna start Golosing for Blightsteel if we need to. They get a Sphinx. Sphinx is rough, but I have Repeal that I don't think I've used yet. Yeah, and I still have the full Wooburg. Oh, Burning of Jinye can also kill Consecrated Sphinx. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see how they scryed. Put 1 card on the bottom. Deal. Well, they can't attack. They get to draw some cards, but they don't have that much mana, and I'm about to kill more, potentially. I don't think there's any reason to activate Golos yet. Oh wow, Nahiri's good. So I can Nahiri down their Chalice, but I kind of want to just activate Golos. Activating Golos is the most fun play here, so that green, blue... Whoa, I thought I added black. Activate Golos. Black, green, blue, white, red, 2. We'll see what we hit. Mox Pearl, definitely. Island, definitely. You know, I don't hate casting Wildfire here. That kills the Consecrated Sphinx and the Fairy Rogue. I can just start attacking with Sundering Titan. So, I don't really need Sheldock. Actually can replay that. Island, Island, Island. That still leaves me with Wooburg. Oh, no. I can sacrifice this Vantage because I need green, blue, black, or green, red. Yeah, I can sacrifice this Vantage. For some reason I sacrificed the untapped islands. It doesn't matter that much, but I guess gives my opponent a little bit more information. So now they still can activate the Scarab God, but they don't have that much to get. I could swing in with Golos, offer the trade. That seems kind of bad because they just get him back. So let's just attack with a Titan, hit them for 7, then pass turn. This is kind of sweet. Golos is fun. Once I can Golos into like a Crucible, that'd be sweet. So they can get back Young Pyromancer. I think that's the only creature here, which isn't that scary. Next turn, I think I'm just going to Nahiri down the Chalice. Because then what? Let's see what they... Oh, they did not get to scry. Okay. Right, they could activate the Scarab God here. Chalice adds 2, then they had black, green. Yeah, they could have activated. But I don't think that's a winning play. Really quite curious how they get out of this. They can't control magic. I sacrifice a creature. Alright, goodbye Golos. Oh, then they can get back Golos next turn. I see. I don't think that's fast enough though. I can then also Oath into Blightsteel. That's a little risky because if Blightsteel is in fact my last card. Whoa. Man, they have a lot of artifact mana. Okay. That was pretty rough, I will say. Well played by the opponent. So I'm 1 mana short of... I can't actually cast Repeal. I just jam Oath of Druids, I think. They can get back a Golos, but they're at 6 life. Just play Oath and see what happens. Mana Vault copying Sunder Titan is not something I saw. On the bright side, if they do not activate Mana Vault this turn, they're going to take 2 damage and fall to 4 life. And they need to kill me. Like, I'm going to win if they don't do anything. I think the last creature in my deck is Blightsteel. But I'm going to take a lot of damage this turn. I think I have to block here. I might lose this. We'll see. I block here and I take 6, falling to 4. Next turn I'm going to get hit for 2 flyers and 1 Scarab God activation. So if they activate the Scarab God this turn and on their upkeep, they can guarantee that I die. Well, I kind of regret saying anything. But I can... No, I need to draw blue source. I was going to say I can repeal the Young Pyromancer token. Oh, they didn't attack! Oh boy. Alright, well, I have to do this. We have to hope Blightsteel's not the bottom card. Good. I lost Crucible of Worlds, which hurts. I drew Gideon, which I can't cast. They're at 4. I can't do anything, so we pass. This has been an interesting game regardless of what the outcome is. Yeah, no attacks. And yeah, I can't cast Gideon, I don't have double white. Oh my gosh, look at all these triggers. They fall to 3. They go to 2. Well, they will. And they didn't activate the Scarab God. This is getting interesting. I feel like I'm a repeal away from winning this game. No, wait, no. I'm actually just dead on board. Never mind. Yeah, because they can activate Wandering Fumarole, swing out. I can block these 2, which do the most damage, and then I take 8, 9, 10. Cabal Ritual. What is going on? That being said, that play is very risky. They have their own Golos? Okay. Alright. Fair enough. So, I've seen most of their deck. If they don't get a non-basic here, then they're running 1 non-basic. Did Golos just fail to find? What is happening? Why did Golos just fail to find? Oh. Really? That's how I'm gonna lose? Alright, well, I don't want to show them the rest of my deck. That is something. They have Brain Freeze in their deck. Okay. Strange Storm decks it is. Bring in Metalworker. Bring in the thing. Oath of Druids is pretty awkward against Brain Freeze. I like Workshop now. They have the Scarab God, Young Pyromancer. What do I even cut? Memory Jar is kind of scary when they're playing Brain Freeze, because, like, our deck doesn't have that many win conditions. So, like, decking ourselves is definitely a concern. We have a couple creatures for Oath, but it does get a lot worse when we have something like Metalworker. And they're not playing that many, like, creatures in their deck. And then the last card to cut could be Dig Through Time, because it's pretty bad in the opening hand. Like, we want to be pretty aggressive against this opponent given what we've seen. So I think I like it as is. Alright, let's keep a hand that does something. I was resting on my laurels, as it were. This hand is pretty good. I'm gonna keep this. This is in fact a hand that does something. Let's lead on Shelldock. I could have gone Workshop into Signet turn 1, but oh gosh. I guess I can Shelldock into a Tanglewire. That seems bad, but again, it's still just, it's a land. But it draws you a card. Oh man, Wasteland would be pretty good. Inspiring Vantage. Alright, we'll play that. Gruul Signet. We're just going to hope for a turn 3 Fact or Fiction into action. Because they only won that game because, if you remember, like many turns ago, they Rakdos returned my hand because I kept a hand that did nothing until turn 6. Sure. Probe is fine. Okay. I guess they were probing to check for Oath of Druids, which is no longer in the deck. They have had Young Pyromancer turn 2 every game, I think, which is a little bit suspect. I'm going to Factor Fiction right now because I don't want them countering it. I know they don't really have counter spells, but it's a lot of lands that I've drawn. Fortunately, I can Golos. I don't have a Shellback Isle to get, but I can find Wasteland. The 5-0 pile. They saw my hand, right? They saw my hand. The split is like really bad because they know I just have mana. Alright. This is quite easy here. I have to discard a land so it's like not free. But I don't mind discarding this. Probably Sacred Foundry because it enters tapped. We have another effect that does basically what Burning of Shinye does, and I think Golos for Wasteland is going to be pretty nice. Okay. Magus is fine. Not the end of the world. I can still cast Golos. Magus of the Moon is like really good against my deck. Reading Ravine. Okay. That explains why they did Burning versus everything. That's okay though, I just have to draw that. So I have red, green, blue. I'm pretty far away from doing any Golos stuff. So let's play Scalding Tarn, cast a Golos. I don't think I have any other non-basics to find, but we'll see. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. I'm gonna get Wasteland anyway. They do have a Wandering Fumarole I would like to kill, but activating Golos has never looked harder. And I don't actually have access to white mana for Sphinx's Revelation, so that was a good play. Our best draw is Consecrated Sphinx probably, or just another Burning. Punished for having perfect mana. Feels bad, but I accept my fate. The main phase Brainstorm is a bit suspect, because like, I guess they didn't play a land this turn, did they? Okay, they didn't, so they could still fetch. Okay, that's acceptable. Because normally you want to brainstorm first and then get all the information, but brainstorming to try and hit land drops also makes sense. But again, you would brainstorm first most likely. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. That was like the perfect draw. I can Sphinx's Rev now. Beautiful. Go ahead and play Plateau. I can also like almost hard cast a so I have getting black is going to be hard because I just have bad lands. But I can Sphinx's Rev for 3. Wow, the way that they do these is kind of sketchy. So like some of them, like look at this, it looks like they like scribbled mountain on top of the land. Some of them, it looks like well written. And then this one, they didn't even put it in blue. They just got rid of plains. It's kind of interesting. I think I would rather wait and Sphinx's Rev for like 100 next turn. And then I can maybe set up a situation where I like repeal Magus of the Moon. Or honestly, I just hard cast a Sundering Titan. Kill their island mountain. Sure. Oh, opponent's down to 4.5 minutes. Time Walk doesn't do a whole lot here though. And they're missing land drops. So I guess they're like, maybe they have Scarab God in hand and they're missing black. Which is the downside of having terrible mana. But the upside is Magus of the Moon does not screw over your mana. That was one of the worst uses of Time Walk I've seen. But again, I'm not criticizing the opponent. I'm just saying like, in that situation, Time Walk was bad. Maybe their hand like needed it and Time Walk was correct. I think I'm gonna get greedy and wait on Sphinx's Rev. Oh, that was pretty good. So they're just gonna have an Is It Signet left? Sure. Wow, and I can cast the Tangle Wire. That's pretty good. Red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to have Shellback Isle untapped. 6 to cast a Wildfire. I can play around Mana Leak by playing a land beforehand, so I kind of want to do that. Cast Wildfire. Beautiful. Okay. I don't need Wasteland, Scalding Tarn, Inspiring Vantage, or this island. And my opponent has no board! Pretty good. I don't even need to Tangle Wire yet. But that actually, that Tangle Wire under there is really good for like later. Because they actually can't Ingress Rampage my Golos. And then I'm going to Tangle Wire, I guess at my end of turn or something. And then just kill them with Golos very quickly. Oh man, I really hope my opponent isn't one of those people who is just gonna rage quit and time out. Okay, good. They're just thinking. Yeah, definitely gonna Tangle Wire here. That seems pretty nice. Not the best draw, but it is a draw. Let's attack. Play this, cast this. That might almost certainly get a scoop. Okay. Well, you don't really get untaps for like the next many turns, and you don't have lands, and things are going poorly. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 79, 10. I'm actually like somewhat close to hard casting a Blightsteel. So you want to have the fading counter go first, then you tap less things. So tap this. I want to activate Raging Ravine here. Oh, that's way better. Let's do that. Exile your Signet. That cuts them off blue too. And then next turn, no, I'm still missing black. I shouldn't have sacrificed my Scalding Tarn, but I can just Sphinx's Revelation for like 1,000,000. I hope they don't concede. Beautiful. So I tap Tangle Wire and Shelldock. Ooh, Crucible of Worlds. Okay, let's Sphinx's Rev. Blue, red, tap that for this. Draw 3. Nahir's gonna get rid of the Blightsteel here. Consecrated Sphinx. Then I go Workshop, Crucible. Actually, let's just play a Metalworker. That seems better. Hit for 3. I actually should have kept Blightsteel in hand because I have Metalworker, but ticking up to Nahiri Ultimate also seems pretty fun. I just have to be wary of them like brain freezing me for like 2 and killing me that way. Like drawing too many cards against an opponent with brain freeze is always a little bit suspect. But I can actually just kill them right now. So let's reveal some things. Activate Raging Ravine. And that just kills them. Good game, opponent. I respect them for playing it out. Most opponents don't, but that was sweet, man. This deck was good minus game 1. It had everything. I mean, our mana was pretty sweet, like pretty good fixing, except maybe having one more black source would have been nice. We had artifacts, no real payoff for them, but that's okay. I never got to Blightsteel anyone. I think Blightsteel was suspect in the deck, but it just fit the theme, you know? And then I was impressed with Golos. The interaction between Golos and Wildfire / Burning of Jinye is actually really good. And I might build around this more in the future. Like, I think this is just an archetype, Golos Burning. Because Golos turn 5 ramps you up, then he survives, he gives you a way to win the game. It's not bad. So, see you guys next time.